Hey guys, this is Tressa with Gallup Coaching, and we want to take you from barrier to breakthrough. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's video is a replay of a live series of videos that we did called Mindset Monday. And in this series, we explore the power of our thoughts and how through brain science and wisdom, we can learn to take authority over those thoughts and emotions and learn to shift our mindsets from negative to positive. And by doing this, learn the best ways to manage our most important resources, our time, our energy, and our money. Today's video is all about decision making, why your age matters when it comes to making decisions about your money, and how you can learn to change your thinking and your patterns at any age. So let's get started. I want to welcome you to Mindset Monday. So this is going to be something we do every Monday. We're going to talk about how we can change our thinking about money. And today, I want to talk to you guys about making decisions about your money. So decision making is something that has actually a lot to do with your age, believe it or not. And so I want to teach you guys a little bit about that. And then I also want to share a little bit of my personal story and my financial journey and how I've gotten to this place where I am helping other people go through all of their things that they're going through. So I have my notes again because I'm not so great at the live yet. Thanks you guys for hanging in on the last one. It was pretty terrible, but we're gonna get better at that. So your age has a lot to do with how your brain processes decisions when you have options in your mind. So if you are a female under the age of 21 or a male under the age of 24, your prefrontal cortex is actually not even fully developed yet. And that is the part of the brain at the front that processes reasoning and decision making. It actually does quite a bit. So it has nothing to do with maturity. It has nothing to do with how much life you've lived already. It's just natural. It's just not fully formed yet. So what I want to recommend to you guys is that you have a lot of guidance. We want you to be fully independent. We want you to be financially independent, but we want you to also have trusted people in your life that you can run those big decisions by, that you feel real confident that they can guide you in the way that you want to go. And even those little decisions, anytime you make decisions with your money, you want to seek that guidance even more until that part of your brain is fully developed. And then if you are under the age of 30, you may have a little less experience than an older person, but that part of the brain is fully developed. So this is a good time between that 21, 24, and 30 years of age to take a few chances, a few risks, small things that aren't going to devastate you, but experiment a little bit. Place little bets here and there, different things. I don't mean gambling bets, but try different things just to see what may or may not work for you, all while seeking that all-important guidance. That is so important at any age, to have someone who's a little older than us walk through some things that we can get advice from. So if you're under 30, it's also a little easier to shift your thinking if you realize that you're doing something that's not so good for you, because you don't have so many repetitive patterns of negative things already established in your mind. So that being said, if you're over 30, yes, you have a lot of added experience, you've lived some life, you've made some mistakes, hopefully you've learned from them, but it may be a little harder for you to shift. And that's because in your weak areas, you have probably reinforced those over and over again. If you find yourself making the same mistake over and over again, or repeating the same pattern, then that's why they're a little bit stronger in your mind, a little bit harder to break, but it can be done. So a little bit about me. I had about 20 years of really terrible money decisions. Over that time, from about the time that I got married until 20 years into that, my husband and I have been married 24 years now. We did a lot of repeating the same mistakes over and over again, and we had a lot of setbacks. We went through a bankruptcy, we had a car repossessed, and a lot of other things, a lot of other major mistakes that we made. We probably spent thousands of dollars in interest, overdraft fees, late fees, just because we were disorganized and not really paying attention to what we were doing. And we worked really hard, but we still didn't have any money. And yeah, about 20 years into marriage, by then we had about $100,000 in debt. And we were just so discouraged, so down. And we had just crisis after crisis during that 20 years. Things are going to happen. So what happened at that 20-year mark was we hit a crisis, and something changed, something shifted. We had been learning a new way of thinking, a new way to renew our minds and make better decisions for ourselves in other areas of our life. And that transferred over to money, which had been a huge stronghold for us. And less than 3 years later, we had paid off all of our debt. We had paid off our house, and we were feeling on top of the world and super confident that we could tackle anything. We're saving for retirement, which we never did before. We are on track to becoming the first millionaires in our family before we hit retirement age. And I want you guys to know that you can do it too. Anything that you dream of, you can do. So if you're under 30, even if your brain, the decision part of your brain, is not fully formed yet, there's a lot of hope for you, because you're gonna make mistakes, but you can bounce back pretty easily from that and learn a better way. Don't let it get you down and discourage you. Keep trying, keep reaching out. Find somebody that can mentor you. Find some tools that work for you. And if you're over 30, then there's a lot of hope for you too. We were much older than that when we had our turnaround. We had years and years of negative pathways built up in our minds, and it's completely possible to overcome all of that. So I wanted to encourage y'all today that changing your thinking can happen at any age. And so that's all I've got for you on our Mindset Monday. I want to thank all of you that have tuned in today and that are watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.